Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more BattleTech. Okay, so I have been having a bit of a look. We do have a contract or two that is available to us here. That said though, I don't think we're going to go for it. 2.5 skulls, we could do this. We do need to do a little bit of repair on our mechs, so I think what we're going to do is go for something slightly easier, see if we can max out some more salvage, heavy up our ability, and then we'll go ahead and try things like this. So to go ahead and do that, we must first go into our mech bay, and we have a few things that we need to fix up. So first of all, we do have a Panther which needs a little bit of a repair. Nothing crazy there, it's just a little bit of structural damage. As for the Enforcer, that is also in the same situation, so we'll go ahead and repair that one too. So after all of that, hang on a second. Okay, that's all good. We still have our Vindicator. This one, however, does need a little bit of fixing up. So, if we're going to have a look here, we do have some things. I did see in a comment that the LRMs are probably not too useful if we're using our cold shot bonuses with Rennick, which is kind of what we're doing. So I think we will go ahead and drop off those LRM. Yeah, we don't get the bonus for them. They're scatter things, so yeah, there's no point in doing that. I do, however, like the PPCs, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring one of those back on board with this thing, and then we're going to also chuck on a couple of lasers. Now, I was thinking, do we go for, if we do get into a bit of a scuffle, I think what we'll do is we'll pick up a couple of small lasers as well. This will mean if anything gets close, for the heat of a standard medium laser, we can almost double our output, which is quite respectable. But then we can also go ahead and, let's see, another medium laser, and you know what, I think we drop off the large. Yep, as nice as this is, I think the PPC is going to serve us better in the long run, so we're going to drop this off. We'll go ahead and chuck on another medium laser in its place, and then we're going to fill up with a few more heat sinks. We're going to make this thing a little bit cooler, and that should be good. So, now comes the question. We're at 44 out of 45 tons. Okay, so we definitely need to pick up something. At the moment, our heat efficiency could potentially be a little bit dicey with an Alpha Strike. An Alpha Strike would be 83. Our heat sinking, that's an extra 4, well, yeah, that's 35 excess heat. 35? Yeah, 35 excess heat. So that is a little bit too toasty for my personal liking. We do have potential here for a heat exchanger, which would technically work a little bit better in some situations. So it would be minus 10% weapon heat, which is rather good. However, they're not impacted by environmental bonuses, so they wouldn't be as good in the cold, and they would be better in hot biomes. I'm very tempted to go for this. If we were alpha striking, it does cost us 2 tons though. So with that, we'd have to fire at least like, around 70 odd heat for us to get any benefit from this thing over the others, which I'm just not quite seeing at this stage. We will go ahead and buy this for now.
New equipment available.
I'm highly tempted, but for now, I think we're going to leave the exchanger. Maybe if we can find a better one in the future, we might go ahead and look at that. But for now, I think we'll just pick up our single heatsink. Oh yes, and of course, let's just make sure that they are appropriately placed across our mech. We do not want to lose things unnecessarily. Actually, you know what? Yeah. Put 2, 2, and the 3. I think that's a fair distribution. PPC for long range, medium lasers, all single point, so they get those bonuses. 10 days, 53,000. I think that is acceptable. So we'll go ahead and do that. If we have excess heat, that's not going to be too much of a problem. We'll just lay off the PPC or whatever have you. Yeah, if we're not using the medium lasers, sorry, we have enough to keep firing the PPC. So that is all good. After that, let's also go ahead and look at our engineering. We did finish this a little bit ago. We have some improved automation, which is fairly cheap and will take some time. So we'll go ahead and purchase this.
It'll take a bit, but we'll get it done.
Again, all of these bonuses will help us in the long run. I would really like to get these training modules, but to get that we need the beta pods, and that's almost 1 million, and we're trying to save up right now, so this is a good use between expending money and the amount of time of still making progress, so that's why we're taking that. Alright, so now that we've got all of that sorted out, let's go ahead, and this is where we're going. We're going to head to Ishtar. We're going to go ahead and pick up some more skull and a half. There's some more over here as well, over in Jamestown. However, as I mentioned in previous episodes, former Star League presence, so I'm hoping on some good salvage here. So that's why we're going here first. We're going to save up some money, then we'll fly over there and see what can be picked up.
Calculating course now.
Alright, so with all of our bits and pieces sorted out, let's go ahead and start traveling. Also too, on our travels, if you would like to join the mercenary company, we are still taking submissions. So if you'd like to join on in the comment section below, all that we need is a first and last name as well as a call sign, and we might be able to get you in on the crew, and that way you can see, yeah, you can have someone popping around through, you can see how well they do, and hopefully I will be able to treat them right and not cause them to pass away unexpectedly. But either way, we'd love to have you there. Yeah, so if that's a thing, go right ahead. If not, appreciate you watching nonetheless. Alright, so all work orders complete. That is excellent. And, oh, no techs, no mechs. Okay, well, good news is we've got all of our mechs up and running. After receiving a troubling message from Yang, you rush down to the mech bay. Yang pushes between a mob of mech warriors and mech techs entangled in a shoving match at the Enforcer's feet. A message welded into the Enforcer's torso. No techs, no mechs. You depend on us. A scrawny mech tech with a black eye shoves a wrench at the mech jockeys to emphasize every word. We deserve respect, and that means a raise. I'll give you what you deserve. Cheese Goblin rushes forward, but Tank and Yang pull him back. The tech, we're the ones risking our necks. Yang raises his voice before anyone else can comment. Shut your traps, all of you. How do you want to handle this? Oh boy. Well, we do technically have 1 million, but I want to save this. We're not going to do this. Discipline the techs. Leave the discipline to Darius. You know what? He is our XO. We're not going to spend the money. No, we need to save. Yes, we want them in high spirits and we want them to be happy. We want morale to increase, but we're not going to go ahead and... Yeah, we need this for salvage. So we're going to go ahead and we're not going to discipline the mech techs. I don't entirely disagree with them. We'll go ahead and I can understand both sides, so we'll just leave this to Darius. We're going to stay out of this. Alright, you get back to the barracks. Mech warriors, I've got more important work to do. You reach for the comms and call Darius. The XO will tally up your violations and handle discipline. That includes the mech techs too. Yang barks at his techs, gesturing to the Enforcer. Clean up your mess. Cheese Goblin's eyes flare with anger. They're going to get us killed, and it's going to be your fault. You gaze at him, but before he can open his mouth, Tank drags Cheese Goblin from the mech bay. Hours later, Darius's voice comes crackling over the comms. I'm thinking about throwing Cheese Goblin out the airlock, he says. I caught him trying to pick a fight with the mech techs. For now, I'll leave him in the brig for a week, and that should change his tune. But the damage is done. The crew's spirits are taking a dive. Morale decreased by 3, and he's now rebellious. Ooh. Not what I wanted, but the good news is it has not affected our current morale. Yeah, could have done better, could have done worse. Alright, well... Yeah, could have been, yeah. Oh, well.
Looks like we've arrived, Commander.
Alright, let's go ahead and visit the store. You never know what they have on offer. There could be something very juicy, like a part of a marauder. Ooh, delightful. We only need one more part here. That could actually be well and truly worth it. One of the best mechs. Yeah, PPCs, AC5. This could be very, very good. And it should be relatively affordable. Yeah, we've also got Battle Masters, Hunchbacks. And in fact, we could even make a Hunchback for just over 1.5 million. Oh, so many nice options that I do love. Alright, otherwise, what else have we got? AC-10, large lasers, medium lasers. Heatsinks SRMs, another TTS for missile accuracy. Okay, and then just the fairly standard ammunitions. Alright, well, that will be... I'm very tempted to go ahead and just pick up that mech straight away, but part of me also wonders whether we could pick some up for free. Alright, so let's have a bit of a look here. What have we got? We've got some 1.5s. All of these are fairly simple. We have a 2.5 here in the future if we want. Who are these against? Taurians. Let's see. These guys are pirates? Hang on a second. Negotiate. Yeah, that's against the pirates. Yeah, we do want to keep some reputation with them, as they do have access to the black market. Yeah, it looks like we're going to upset the Taurians no matter what we do. I would like to take this first, simply because we would get more benefit from these guys, as we are in... what do we call this? Yeah, we are currently liked by them. Slightly better payouts. But unfortunately, I don't know if I'm really willing to risk it. Yeah, okay, so you know what? We're not going to get huge amounts of salvage from all of this. This is mainly going to be money. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go to the store first. We're going to buy that final piece for our Marauder. I don't see how this will also give us a bit more tonnage, which means we can happily go into the fray a little bit into those heavier missions. I think this is what we do. So we'll go ahead and purchase.
New equipment available.
It's pricey, but now in our mech bay, we have a Marauder, and we have the Lance Command mod here. So extra cold shot and less damage for our Lance. Definitely going to be very, very nice. So, I think at that point then, we need to go ahead and get this thing up and running. We're going to need to go ahead and fit this out, so just give me a minute and I'll show you what I come up with. Okay, so this is what I've got at the moment. Unfortunately, we are a little bit short on some equipment and things. So right now, this is what we're running with. We'll probably update this at a later date. But what we've got is the 2 large lasers in either pod arm, and then some small lasers just in case things get close, as well as an AC-10. Its range isn't quite as far as I would prefer. I was looking at a thing with some AC-5s, but we couldn't make things work right now. Maybe in the future, when we get some better things, we can revisit this, but for now, I think that this is the best choice possible. We'll go ahead and confirm this. This will take us 10 days to get done.
I'll get it.
And, you know, I'm actually tempted to push it forwards just so we can pick up that extra contract a little bit sooner. Yeah, 2.5. That would be the biggest dangerous battle that we have. This would bring everybody out of the medbay as well. I think for us to get the value that we're after, this could be the thing that we go for. Yeah, look, I think that that's actually going to be the case. Let's go ahead and we'll fast forward a bit more time, and we will see how that all plays out.
Upgrades you asked for are online, Commander.
Okay, those Argo upgrades have been done up, but we're going to let them be for now. We're going to wait until the Marauder... Oh, actually, we've even shaved off another day working on the Marauder, so that'll be fine. We'll get a pop-up here. 2 days before our next report. We've got plenty of money. Let's go ahead and dive on in to this contract for the Taurians. I think that'll do very nicely. Let's go ahead and negotiate. So this is a battle in lowlands. I think this is what to do. So, everything else we're going to be taking money, so let's focus on salvage here, and we will see how this all plays. Okay, so let's accept and see. Alright, so first things first, what are we dropping? Well, as much as I like the Panther, that's probably not what we're going to bring. Yeah, we're going to drop that from the list. Let's go ahead and we'll bring the Marauder down into the first position, as it is the slowest. Headhunter also has the best cold shots, and so I think we're going to pair that together. After all, what do we have? The Lance Command mod. Yeah, plus bonuses to cold shot, as well as the damage reduction for the lance. I think that'll work well with his extra damage reduction as well. I think this is a good plan. As for everything else, we now have an enforcer. Let's give this over to... Actually, let's give that... Oh, hang on a second. What has the Vindicator got? PPCs, all of that. Let's maybe go with the enforcer for Big Man. He's got the AC 10. That should work out fine. And then, let's see, we've got the Phoenix Hawk, and I think we'll bring out the Vindicator. The question is... Oh, maybe we do bring Oh, wait a second. I was just thinking if that Vindicator has a lot of long range here. We've got a PPC. Oh, just a single one? Okay, never mind. I was thinking we might have had a little bit more than that. I thought there might have been 2 equipped, and then I was about to say maybe we go for the multi-targeting with a breaching shot with multiple PPCs. But for now, I think that's going to work out rather nicely. Thimble. Yeah, got some good gunnery, got some sensor lock just in case. I think this is going to be the way we go forwards. Yeah. Oh, wait a second. My only other question is, maybe the Enforcer. We get less recoil penalty with tank. Okay, so you know what? Maybe what we'll do... I do like the extra stability on the Phoenix Hawk, but I think we're going to bring tank just for that extra recoil. And then... Cheese Goblin, I think we might sit out for a second. No, you know what? We'll be fine. Let's just go ahead and deploy. It looks pretty good. And we also get that bonus initiative there, so everybody is at 3.
MechWarriors, prepare for combat.
It should be good. We finally get to take a heavy mech out into the field. Oh, it's so nice to know that we're moving forwards. Alright, so let's see how what the exact specifics were of this mission, because I don't think we read too much into this, but we knew it was going to be good, so we took it anyway. Okay, and I'm back. Sorry, I was, paused the recording while this all loaded, and in the end I ended up having to look after some rabbits and eat dinner and whatever else. Either way, life can get complicated. But either way, I'm back and let's get this mission on the road. But first of all, we need to know what we're doing. Our objective, destroy enemy units. Commander, the Taurian Concordat, is tracking an extremely heavy mech with Davian heraldry. This provocation is almost certainly bait for a trap. We'd like you to spring this trap, engage the heavy mech, intercept the forces of the Federated Suns sends to defend it, and to destroy all of them. Okay, well, not comfortable with the amount of information we have. That's understandable. But let's go ahead and see what we can do. Alright, we're in the area with where the hostile mech was sighted. Move up, try to flush it out, and see what sort of trap this is. Okay, so...
Okay, here we go.
Where are we, and where are they? Alright, so they're up over here. I'll have a bit of a hill advantage. Yeah, some high ground. We could zoom our way up that road. That may not be the worst idea, although, you know, we are near the edge. Actually, we might even be able to, Ooh, rough terrain. You know what? That's not actually a huge issue, but maybe we take the path up across here. We might be able to outflank them. Yeah, no, we have all of this room, and I feel like if we take the direct path, that is how the trap is meant to be sprung. Let's go ahead and make a better choice than that. Yeah, let's go ahead and move on up.
Location confirmed.
Let's see. How far can the Phoenix Hawk go? We can go... probably either way. I suppose we'll go... up and around.
Confirmed.
And then I guess we'll bring the Vindicator up over here.
On the move.
Yeah. Alright, let's see how that all plays out. Still no contact. That is ideal. We'll get that Marauder going up the hill. We'll bring the Enforcer as well. Let's bring the Phoenix Hawk all the way into cover, just in case there is additional enemy units. And then I guess we'll make our way up here as well.
Move order received.
Alright. Still no sign of things. That is what I want. Alright, let's go ahead and head up the hill.
Heading out.
Let's see.
Good to go.
Actually, no, we'll bring you all up
Heading
and then... You know, let's just chill somewhat together. I think that's probably the best course of action. Alright.
Yes,
let's move our biggest mech first.
copy that. Position confirmed.
And...
Move into position.
What to do? Okay, so that's the point of contact somewhere over here. They might have... Yeah, enemies popping in up over there. Let's try... You know what? Let's just stay with everybody else for the moment.
Have no doubt it will be done.
Because again, if we find that anybody on sensors, they have found us too, and then that will be the beginning of things. Alright, so now that we're in a bit of a better position, I think what we'll do is we'll go... Maybe we march around this way? Yeah, we'll work towards that defensive cover. Yeah, I think that seems reasonable. So we'll march over there, the Phoenix Hawk. I think we're fairly safe. We'll go ahead and sprint along the road just to double check there's nothing further along. But I think we'll start moving around.
I'm picking up a new sensor trace. Looks
Alright.
like enemy reinforcements.
Enemy reinforcements. We have a 20-tonner and a 30-tonner. Okay. Oh, and another 30. Okay, so I guess they're moving in first. Javelin first. Alright. Locust. Sure. Minimal damage. And a spider. Alright, well I guess they can get into the cover first. That is somewhat to be expected. You've got a few defensive things. Oh, rough terrain. That's good for us hitting them. That'll upset them immensely. Extra stability damage. They're in pretty bad condition. Stability reduction. Additional damage from front and... Oh no, reduced damage. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I've also got that spider with an MGs and the medium laser, 2 LRM5s. Okay. No one's seriously too dangerous at this point. Alright, let's see. What have we got? 55, 65s. Actually, that seems like pretty decent damage to me. Sure, maybe we put some damage on target.
Moving out.
Oh, and what do we see back there? 50-ton mech. Okay, well, that'll probably be our quarry.
Firing.
Actually, you know what? If I had been smarter there, we probably could have fired some other weapons first. Yeah, that would have been better. Ooh. Alright, an autocannon of some kind. Probably a 10. I think that'd be a little too far for an AC-20.
Ready for orders.
But we'll find out, I'm sure. 85s, 80s. Yeah, I think we go for the javelins still.
Affirmative.
Go ahead and see if we can do some good damage. Alright, damage reduction is unfortunately slowing us down, but that's to be expected. Let's go... the Vindicator. Well, I guess we've got shots. I suppose we could go for a 50-50 on the Locust. Yeah, you know what? I've had enough of that cover that they've got there. Let's go ahead and we'll go for a multi-target, I think. Yeah, PPC, medium lasers. It'll make them easier to target, at least. And if we get a... Oh, we got a lucky shot on the big boy. You know what? I'm very okay with this.
Heavy damage.
Yeah, I didn't even consider that. They're all in a line, and that works out nicely.
Awaiting orders.
Alright, let's see. What can we do here? 65s, 80s, 70s. How much armor has this thing got? Not a huge We'd need all 3 shots to hit the center torso. We could actually see what we're dealing with on the next. Sure. You know what? I think what we'll do is... This spider's already pretty beat up. Let's go ahead and get as much evasion as we can. What are we dealing with? Okay, Centurion, and we have... Oh, we've done we've got critical damage on the AC-10. Okay, so that's at least helpful. 60% is there. We could go ahead and try and take that down, but I don't think that's going to be a huge concern. I think we focus in on the... spider. Yeah, let's see if we can do some damage to this thing first. Mitigate its, it being annoying. Alright, well I was hoping to hit that right torso. I guess not. They have some vehicles coming along as well. Okay. Well, we have good evasions. We're fine there. The Locust and the Spider still need to move. What do they have? Yeah, some miscellaneous damage on the Marauder. We definitely do need to move that Marauder soon, though. We don't want that being the... we don't want to lose our very brand new mech. That would be quite sad for us. Let's see. Where is the Marauder hanging? Oh, there it is. Minimal damage, mainly that leg. Okay, we're cool with that.
Ready for orders.
Move up to cover. Got some good shots there. You know what? I think that might be the best course of action. Could potentially take out that arm. Could potentially... Yeah. You know what? I think that's... Oh, I am very tempted by that. Although, if we were to move up...
Receiving you.
We will get... You know what, maybe we hold off just for a second, see if it gets closer and we can use those medium lasers too. As for the Enforcer, we could go ahead and do some damage against the Javelin.
Yes, Commander.
That would be nice.
Orders.
Could also take some solid shots against the Centurion there with our AC-10. I am very tempted to save that. Alright.
You have orders?
Cheese Goblin, I think for now.
How's it going?
Oh, do we maybe move our Vindicator? You know what, let's move our Vindicator up. Yeah, we've got some decent shots here. We can do a whole bunch of medium lasers against the Javelin. We can pop the PPC onto the Centurion, slow that down a little bit more, impede its sensors. Yeah, I think that's the best course. So, let's go ahead and get that done. There we go, that'll be fine.
On it.
And that's a swing and a miss. Alright. Oh well. Well, we've got plenty of heat. We should be able to cool down with some melee if necessary, though. Does look like he's firing that AC-10 in succession a bit. Okay. And, what have we got back there? An 80-ton vehicle. Yeah, that does concern me a bit, but we'll have to get to that when we get to that. Alright, so, ooh, we could actually come in for a melee. 95, potentially 135 damage. Yeah, that could actually be good if we focused in on a side. We could probably take that thing out. Let's see. Could go for broke, but we would, yeah, lose our AC-10 there. What on earth is... Actually, have we got refire penalties right now? Let's just see. Yeah, we do have some penalties there. Okay. The Locust I'm not super concerned about. The Spider is annoying, but I think we can get someone else to clean that up. Let's maybe focus... Yeah, let's go for the... I think we go... Oh, do we go for the melee? We could just fire everything, turn off the AC-10, generate a bit of heat and take care of this thing. It is pretty decent damage. Okay, well, if that's the case, let's go ahead and we'll move first. We'll make sure we pick up some excess evasion. We do not want to be hanging around for nothing. So where can we go? Nowhere phenomenal.
What's up, boss?
Could move the Enforcer in for something similar.
What's the plan?
Actually, you know what? Maybe we come over here. You know what? Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to jump the Phoenix Hawk this way. That'll let us go get a little bit closer to dealing with this. So we'll jump across here. We can backstab this spider. We can destroy that quickly. Yeah. That'll give us some evasion that protects us from that line of fire. Let's just destroy him.
Target confirmed.
Alright, leg, torso.
That hit something good.
Knockdown as well. Alright, he is a defender, so we'll have at least 4 hit points as a pilot.
Commander.
Alright, let's go. Yeah, actually, you know what? We can move and get 2 evasion here. Maybe we do fire against this guy. Yeah, oh, his evasion's pretty high
Standing
though.
by.
Can we
Just a
multi-target at all?
Good to go.
No, we should have done that with the Phoenix Hawk. Alright then, well... You know what? Those numbers are pretty solid. I think we go ahead and we take these. Let's move up close. Yeah.
Location confirmed.
That javelin might be a bit annoying, but we've got plenty of armor, and I doubt it could remotely get through with any chance. So let's just fire.
Got it.
Alright, well, at least those small lasers hit. I guess that's better than nothing.
Orders?
Alright, and now tank. What do we do here? Do we cool down and put 65 damage on this thing? Or do we go over here and try and follow up and take out that Centurion? You know what? Less damage reduction, we can probably... Yeah, you know what?
Moving out.
I think we're going to go against the big fellow.
Got it.
Alright, well there goes an arm and a torso, so that's that weapon
Target's taking a critical
gone.
hit.
That should slow him down just a notch. Oh. That's a Shrek. That's a Shrek for sure. 3 PPCs. That is bad. Alright, we're definitely going to make sure we get that. Oh. Oh, the javelin. Whoops.
They've blown past my armor.
That is my fault. I completely forgot that that's what they had. Yes, my bad. How are we doing? It's a slight bit of damage. It's not terrible though, at least.
Aye.
Alright, so we've got you down there.
Yes, Commander.
Actually, let's have a look at
How
Cheese
might I
Goblin.
help?
Could you possibly... We've got a fair bit of heat right now. You used your jump jets. How close could we get to this thing? We could probably take it out. Yeah, that would be fantastic, but we've got good evasion. Let's let the others have their turn first. Alright, what's this guy got? Medium laser and an MG.
Need something, Chief?
Oh, got minimal resolve as well. That's kind of annoying. Alright, you know what? We have multi-target. We could easily send at least, what, 2 shots towards the spider. That'll be fairly easy. We could also put a shot on, yeah, the Centurion with our PPC, and then maybe send some more against the Locust. Actually, hang on. If we go there... Oh, never mind. We could shoot the javelin in the back. There we go. That's going to be better. We'll move up over here.
Roger that.
Heat is going to be close. Okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll drop off... yeah, let's go multi-target. We'll set you as a priority. We'll set you here and you here. We'll figure this out. Yes, we can overheat, but that's fine. We'll turn off the medium laser. That brings us up to heat maximum. We'll go the PPC. Alright, Centurion, you're almost dead. Where is this? Javelin. Yeah, Spider. What do we need? We need at least 2 shots on you, so let's send you to B. Yeah, so we've got 2 small lasers on the Javelin, PPC on the Centurion. Yeah, hopefully we can kill this one here. It's not a guarantee, but there's a good chance. Yeah, let's see if we can get it.
Roger.
Alright, so we saw him down. Did not get the kill. And then, yeah, we're just putting some hurt on that one.
Score. Critical hit.
Okay, so, upsy daisies. No surprises there. This thing is basically dead, so I'm sure it'll go for, what, maybe some melee? Oh no, trying to shoot the Enforcer in the back. Okay. Not sure if that was a great choice, but it'll do.
Waiting for orders. Orders?
Cheese Goblin, oh, you could also possibly take this thing out. But at the same time too, I do want some better salvage, and 50 tonner wouldn't be terrible. I think someone else has to have a shot first. Let's maybe go... What have you got? 2 medium lasers and an LRM-10. How much resolve have we got? 15. We don't have enough for a cold headshot, which is a shame. Let's use our Enforcer here to cool things down. Maybe take a swing at the Spider. Yeah, you know what? I think that's what we do here. And then we'll... Yeah, I think that'll cool us down a bit too. Alright, let's kill off that.
Targeting physical attack.
Alright.
Mech destroyed.
Now, that gives us resolve. LRM's at point blank range. Not a huge concern personally. How much are we at? 25. Okay, we need 1 more kill.
Yes, Commander.
Well then, since we've got that... We're going to be toasty, but I want that Shrek carrier down as soon as possible. So we're going to get as close as we can. We'll figure out the rest later.
Going skyward.
Alright, so that will overheat us, but if we drop off you... we need at least 9100. It's highly unlikely, but we could at least slow this thing down maybe? Maybe if we get a critical?
Confirmed.
We jumped all that way. Oh, and we got him. Fantastic news.
Reporting enemy vehicle eliminated.
Alright, well, that was our primary quarry, it seems. Alright, that makes a bit of sense. That was a pretty annoying thing.
Yeah.
That now means 35% resolve. That should be enough to take a shot at the Centurion. Huh. Alright then. You know what? We're fairly heat negative. I don't see why we shouldn't take that shot. We don't need cover anymore from the PPC carrier. Yeah, let's get point blank. Yeah.
On my way.
We'll pick up some cover. We'll go ahead and see if we can salvage as much as we can. Kill the meat, save the metal. 11% for the headshot. Unlikely, but it's better than the alternatives.
Locking in. All weapons systems.
And we did actually get a headshot. That is not what I was expecting. Alrighty. Yeah, that's a little bit annoying.
Armor blow through. Internal damage.
We'll just have to double check and see how he's doing. I think it was mainly the Marauder that they tried to shoot in the back. Oh no, maybe it was the Enforcer. Actually, yeah, we're down a fair bit of damage here. Ugh. so we must have hit that with a small laser, I'm thinking. If it was anything else, we should have got a kill, I'd be assuming.
Standing by.
Alright, we have 10 resolve. If we got 2 kills, we'd have enough for a third.
Standing by.
I think that's what we go for, so let's use tank.
You have orders?
Got our Phoenix Hawk up over here. Oh, we're not going to get close enough, are we? I guess we could technically get a pot shot. And maybe take care of the Javelin. We haven't got wonderful options. Jump jets might help if we don't jump too far. Yeah, 80% at least. Yeah, let's jump as smaller distance as possible. Yeah, there we go. That way we'll generate less heat. And we'll see. Mind you, we do also get the nice little damage bonus thanks to having the jump jets fired.
Target confirmed.
Alright, well that takes up some potential damage.
Good to go. Waiting for orders.
The Enforcer, I think we might go ahead for a melee against the Locust. No? Actually, you know, we don't have a lot of heat needed.
Bye.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, you know what? Maybe we go ahead and we shoot the thing in the back. That's probably a good plan. Yeah, I think that would work. It's all 70, 75s. Yeah, we'll just see how this goes.
Confirmed.
They like playing the backstab game. I guess 2 can play. Alright, well I guess the AC-10 landed in the center.
Target neutralized.
Fantastic. Well, that gives us a little bit of extra resolve.
Commander.
Let's see, how's this thing doing? 11 hit points. Alright, so we need 40 damage on the right-hand side and we'll get the kill. 40 damage on its left-hand side? No, on its right-hand side. Okay, so that's the other side here. That looks pretty good to me. Kinda hard to say
On my
no.
way.
Alright, let's turn off that PPC. In fact, that cools us down. That's... yeah, this should be fine.
Got it. Hostile removed.
Another one bites the dust. And now look at that. 30 resolve. That is just what we desire. Our shots here are already fantastic. We'll go ahead and see if we can pick up some high ground. So I think that's up higher. Yeah, 75s and 80s. Yeah, let's see what we can do here.
On it.
Precision strike, go for the head, 11% again. Let's see if we can get 18 points of damage. So anything just needs to hit.
Here it comes.
Well done, Rannick.
One less target.
Killed the meat and saved the medal. Alright, all targets down, Commander. Good shooting.
Mission successful.
Okay, so, you know what? That went well. It could have certainly gone better. I wasn't expecting us to gain such little morale. I guess I didn't notice earlier, but yeah, that event must have pushed us into the lower bracket. Very disappointed about that. But it could have been worse. Let's see, structure-wise, we've taken a little bit in the center, a little bit... it's not the be-all and end-all, but we can fix that up. Hang on a second. I thought we got a headshot on the Centurion. Ah, man. Alright, well, we're straight out of luck there. Yeah, we'll go with the heavier tonnage. I don't really care about the Locust. Heat sinks, medium lasers, like, none of this is really that great. And we got all bar some jump jets. Alright, well, you know what? At least that's good for our supplies. We don't have many. That'll have to do. Okay, well, you know what? That was the hardest one there. That puts us into a good position. We got as much benefit out of our relationships as possible. We'll go ahead and we will, yeah, we'll start to fix things up a bit, and then we'll see. Alright, so yeah, I think the next couple should be fairly simple contracts. I was thinking it's, what is it? Single skull? Maybe skull and a half? It won't be bad no matter what it is though. And let's just double check. Yeah, skull and a half. Good money making. This should be nice and easy. Actually, some great salvage there. But either way, we'll go ahead and we'll sort that out. We'll go ahead and repair our mechs. That Enforcer is the only one. Oh, yeah, that was the only one that sustained damage. Huh. I thought we took a little bit more, but that's fine. We'll repair that, or one day. That's not even that bad of an issue. You know what? I guess we'll keep the commando for now, but we should be okay. Let's see about... Yeah, I think we go ahead and we'll fix that up, but let's go ahead and check in on our MechWarriors. We've got some points. So, what have we got? Piloting for big man. Yeah, it's an option.
Awaiting orders.
Cheese Goblin. Okay, here we go. We can now go pick up the ace pilot. Can move after shooting. I think this could be really, really good with that Phoenix Hawk, especially if we jump into a position like we were earlier, take some shots and then run if we're in an advantageous position. I think that's very nice. Yeah, I think that's worth going for. Let's go ahead and confirm that.
Training confirmed, Commander.
And then
Need something, Chief?
Bimble, what do we do? Could go for some more gunnery, could go for some less indirect fire, but I think let's go for gunnery.
Training complete.
Waiting for orders.
Ranek, you're actually very close to the level 9, and yeah, as comments pointed out, there is a cold shot mastery, not a bonus. So yeah, we should definitely go ahead for the next level of tactics, make the most out of that marauder as well. As for ourselves, what do we want? Minimum penalties? Actually, yeah, you know what? I think a minimum penalty could be good. Let's reduce that just in case.
MechWarrior training complete.
And as for tank, let's go with health sprint. Ooh. Let's go and get the coolant vent, I think. Let's work our way towards that.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Mind you, extra health is also never a bad thing. So that will do for now. Do we go ahead and also see about doing a ship upgrade? I know I'm trying to save money before we head to the former Star League place, but we'll see what we've got. 360,000. 360. A million, definitely not. 270? 270,000 is viable. And it is rather cheap, although I do want our Marauder boost. Yeah, because we're at 20, discouraged. Oops. Yeah, so there we go. 21 is what we need it to be at. Alright, we need to improve this sooner. I guess 270 is the best bang for buck. Helps us repair our mechs. I don't think we can do better.
All right, I'll get the team on it right away.
Alright, so let's go ahead and repair. That'll be fine.
The order you submitted is complete.
And now I think we'll come back with another contract in the next one. So, yeah, hopefully we'll have a couple of quick missions, make a whole bunch of money, and then we will see where that takes us. So if you do want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning in to the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.